Great. So let's start our session. Then we'll introduce. I think so. Other people will join
Yes.
with us. Let me tell you, I'm about something about this HR Satsang. But before that, let me introduce myself. I'm Ram Akella. I'm the founder and CEO of NRich HCM Solutions. Our NRich HR Academy is one part of our activity, one of the service portfolios we are taking, and we are providing HR certifications and training programs practically from last 10 years. 2016, we started this. HR Satsang is a program which is the informal meet we are making every 15 days. Okay, so this is an initiative being taken to get interaction and to have some experiences that we are exchanging into it. So myself, I worked with in different capacities for 15 years in the corporates, and then I started this organization in 2016. I'm a product from IIM Lucknow, and I my post graduation is specialization in HRM from Pondicherry Central University. So I'm in Hyderabad. So I reside in Hyderabad. So HR Satsang, the topic that today we have taken, I think Hari Lakshmi also came. Hi. Welcome to the session. We'll discuss. So there is a chit chat time is there for us from maybe from 7:45 to 8 o'clock. We'll take the time. So let me get to the topic directly. Uh, so this let me share my screen with you. Lavanya, can you please help me to make others join?
Yeah, I'll be taking care of that. You please taking care of the session. No worries.
So can anybody confirm me whether you are able to see the screen?
No,
Yes,
Ram.
yes.
Why I am
Somebody
not able
says
to see?
yes. Is it yes? Is it no?
Yes, I
I'm
can.
not. I'm not able to see.
We are able to see the screen.
Great. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you very
right.
much. That's fine. So today's topic is a very, some exciting topic. Of course, for me as well as for other HR professionals also said, it's a wonderful topic to go with. There is a silent shift which is happening in our roles. We are moving from support function to business problem solving function unknowingly, right? It's moving. Okay, so let us see what is this movement is talking about. This is the topic which is coming into. It's not like it's not like a support function. Earlier we used to be treated as this HR department is a cost center. This HR department is spending money. HR department is entertainment they'll provide. They'll take care of that. They're a support function, right? What exactly they'll do? They'll do only documentation or speak to the people most favorable or most non-challenging activity, whatever is there, is the HR role. That's what people are talking about, right? That's what people are talking about. That's what people's mindset is also there outside HR. People who are in HR, they know the pain. But still, everybody is underlyingly, people are accepting that. Unknowingly, or maybe without any deliberate effort, we are moving from support to business problem solving side. So, what people are saying, HR is never announced this kind of a shift. Nobody announced it, right? There is no circular, there is no JD change, and there is no, but quietly the roles are getting changed, right? So, what is happening actually? Please excuse me for my throat, right? So, old HR, there's a question that was being asked. The old questions that are coming to HR department is, can you help us hire? Can you bring in some people on board? Can we process the payroll? This is what is uh, the questions used to get to HR department. That is how people are looking at us, and they are taking help from us. That is the support they are taking. Now, this is a voice change has come. I don't know how many of you are getting related to this with your CEOs or HR, seniors or whoever is there actually. So there's a new question that is getting asked for HR people. So why attrition is high in this team? Why people are leaving? Why so much of attrition is there? Why we are not able to hire the quality people from the market? This is a constant question. I've seen so many. I worked with working with MSMEs, and more than in these last 10 years, more than 300 to 400 CEOs I spoke with. So everybody is saying that that's age-old problems are as it is. They are there. Now we are looking for the people who can solve my problem. Hey, you have some HR person? No. I want a HR person who got trained, certified, or maybe who is having this kind of a new generation HR people. It's not that it is about a new generation in the sense, not in the age, but in the new way of thinking. So how do we get the best of the talent? People are asking, you already having a HR, why you want to hire somebody? Because people are looking up to me and ask me what to do, and they are working as it is. But I don't want them. I want them to come and suggest me, this is the problem. CEO, please let us resolve this particular thing. I'm looking up to such kind of people, not at people whom I ask for conduct the payroll, anything is there, or that person if he's moving, let him move. So everything they're coming up with the permissions and other things, but they're not coming up with the right kind of decisions, or not discussions, or not suggestions or advices they are coming to us. That's where we got pissed off. Now anybody can do that. Today's agentic AI, today's HRMS packages, today's different kinds of HR related, automated tools. They're taking care of it. I need not worry about those things. I can more or less get the work to be done to a precise level where a HR person will run those things. But I'm looking at a HR person who can come up and can talk about the problems with the people's with me, and to provide some kind of solutions. Not just only problems, but they need to come up with the solutions. I said that you are changing the job description. This is not now, 4 years back, I think, almost right after the COVID, I received these kind of questions, and there's a lot of, we have a talent connect, another division of placing of the people. So they're asking, Ram, anyway, you're training people. We are into trainings, and we are into HR certification programs and all. So that is where HR and NRich HR Academy will take care of those standard programs. So you please send across those people. We want that kind of a people who wants to go for that. So whenever we go, we talk about what are the problems, what are the solutions, what we are doing. We usually say, so people are interested actually to hire such kind of people. So that is where the question pattern has been changed. Old way of looking at things, old way of expectations has been changed, and their narratives, their language, their vision, their ideas have been changed. So that's why the vocabulary is also changing. Why the managers are not performing. So from the unknowingly, or we can say not announced, boldly, or saying, they are saying that they're pushing us towards, or looking at to us as from support department to business problem solvers. Are we geared up? That is the topic we are talking today. Okay, we're not talking any AI related or something else. We're not talking about that. So what is the current trend? So what is the current trend? The current trend is what actually changing. You are saying something is changing. Some kind of a trend that is coming into. What actually is changing? Right? So what is actually changing? The earlier HR are they are policy focused. They used to have a manual HR policies and everything. They're policy focused. Even today also. Okay? Process driven. They're talking about this needs to be done as it is. So anybody who resigned, the notice period, then all these whatever the process that has been to be followed, the process also attached to the policy they have drafted probably. They'll follow the same process. Then compliance heavy. Obviously, we need to take care of the complaints. This needs to be made, that need to be made. Internal complaints, it could be statutory complaints, it could be any legal complaints or anything which does comes into that particular compliance bracket that people need to take care of that. And mostly it is reactive, responding after the issue arises, not proactive. It is reactive. Now, what is changing? From that particular standpoint, today's HR is expected to read the business signals early. So some mess up or some team is, there is some kind of a dissatisfaction. Something which is not going better. You got some kind of a sniffing and you got some kind of a, some kind of a feeler about that. So read that business signals early. Till the people are leaving, till the attrition is increasing, or people are leaving without addressing about the projects or works or any other things that they need to take care of it. If people are leaving, it's a business threatening, right? So diagnose the people related risks. Think about that. Are their welfare is going good? Comparison of the compensation is happening anywhere, or some kind of a favorism is happening in terms of the leaves with the manager. For some people, partiality, something is going on, nepotism or something. Check it out. So that is also you need to have. You'll get it from the coffee tables, you'll get it from the informal aspects by placing some people in each team who can give you the information. Ram, this is happening, or HR, this is happening. So that's where the people will, you need to plant such kind of people and try to get the information from those things and early sniffing. So improve the HR is expected to improve the productivity, not just engagement. I don't want people to be engaged with the company. So at the end of the day, even we are also saying same thing with the MSMEs also. We are working on the employee productivity. Even wherever we go, we talk about people productivity, people performance and productivity. It's not just about to say he's a performer, he's not a performer and all. Whether it is related to the evidence-based or fact-driven performance result orientation is happening on it, which we call it as a productivity. Why anybody will hire? At the end of the day, person will ask, is he from IIM, is he from IIT? People will not ask about it. Is he worthwhile to keep it in the organization or not? If the person is worth, keep him. If he is not worth, whatever it is, ask him to go off. We can't bear them. So, productivity and the performance is a very key input for the management because that is a revenue driven. Don't think that why businesses are so cruel, crude or something else. No. It is right, appropriate from their angle that they started business to get the money and the money will get only when people will work for. Right or not? So whether performance is going in the right direction or not, did they got the right kind of inputs? Did they got the right kind of job descriptions are clear? Did they got the right kind of resources or tools to execute those things? Are they directly reporting to the about the results? Then the productivity can be mapped. Then the productivity can be seen. Engagement is what? Most of the people think that employee engagement is employee entertainment. Don't require a person with 40 years of age having a very good engagement with the company and he is loyal to the company and he is busy. And the HR is poking them and saying that no, you need to attend the employee engagement activities which we are conducting this weekend. Not required. He's already engaged. Where exactly your lens need to go? It's not that everybody to be entertained. It comes as it is. What HR, you didn't conduct even a single program. कुछ नहीं है क्या? इस हफ्ते में कुछ नहीं है क्या? So people will ask. But still, are we geared up only for entertainment as an engagement on the name of engagement? No. Engagement is, employee engagement should lead to productivity. Right? Is it really happening? That is where HR need to shift their lens, right? Link people decision to revenue, cost, growth, even for hiring. Even when you are engaging a recruitment vendor, even when you are purchasing a Naukri or any other monster, maybe LinkedIn or something else, whatever that you are purchasing, there's also a cost, revenue, growth. All these matters a lot. A financial outlook is very much important from which is expected from the HR now. That is what is changing. All right. So there is a silent shift is happening from doer of the tasks to maybe HR executives still might be as a doer of the tasks related to their department, but as a HR in a whole in the organization can be seen as a thinkers and solvers of the business problems. Now, how to look at this shift? There needs to be a perspective change must be there. How to look at this shift? Shift is happening, of course. By seeing this particular slide or this particular small concept when we talked about it, yes, it is happening. Not in a wide range of organizations, maybe in the, not in the standard organized, manufacturing or something else, but most of the dynamic organizations like IT as a service industries, pharma, healthcare, life sciences, defense related organizations, so many industries are changing now. They're doing fantastic. They are looking at a different way because the competition is like that and the business dynamics are so. Unless until people come up with different, don't showcase a different kind of skills, they don't exhibit, there's no survival. So even for HR people also it is the same. So from the doing of the tasks to thinking and solving of the business problems is very important. Now let us look at the how to look at this shift. The perspective need to change. What perspective? So, for example, if you take attrition is a HR issue. If you think deeper, no, it's not a HR issue. The manager need to take care of him. I'll hire him. I'll coordinate for that. Make him to join the company and put him across in the team. Now, वहाँ पे क्या होता है? How do I get to know about it? Then they also take part into it and they need to ensure that people stay with them. It is not completely HR issue. Now, let us change the perspective has been changed. It has been moved from HR to another dimension where HR need to focus on. That is, if the attrition is happening, then it is a cost. You need to hire and replace the people. The productivity lapse that will happen. And there is a continuity issue of the performance or activity in that particular department which happens. So cumulatively, you need to think and to see from the business impact. ये मेरा नहीं है. It's not mine. No. The perspective need to change from ये मेरा नहीं है से this is the business problem which is happening. You should be able to identify that as a HR. The old lens, what it is saying, this is not HR work. Business will decide. HR will support. So attrition is not my complete baby. It's not mine. All right. I'm not saying that it is yours also. You should think. No. You should think in a way that it has some kind of a cost element or a business problem element which is getting attached. Just observe that. Don't hide behind that it's not my work. That is the old lens. So my job is to execute. अगर चला गया तो I'll replace it. और किसी को ले गए वहाँ पे will place the people out there. No, it's not that. Beyond that, you need to look. So what is a new lens with which you need to see? What is a new perspective that you have to make a change? That is where the shift looks like. What is the business problem which is hiding behind this HR issue? This HR issue means attrition. If this attrition is happening, right, from every team or maybe from one particular team, for example, we take, right, what is the business problem which is hiding behind that? What is the data or the pattern can I show? But this is not just a HR issue, it is a cost, productivity and continuity issue. Which is my hiring cost that is getting affected, where I need to spend more. Productivity is getting lesser, it gets delayed, and continuity of the job also gets hampered. I'm seeing this. What data or pattern can I show? So take 3 months of data. Understand and show that what is the attrition, what is the total, associate that cost, the hiring cost from the last 3 months to attrition. So how many replacements have you done? How many, higher cost people that you have taken? Earlier, what is the outflow? And now, with the new hires from the last 3 months, whatever that you have taken, what is the improvement in the outflow, total outflow of your payroll? Data. It is talking about a data. It is talking about a pattern, a season, a team, a time. All these things, dimensions will matter a lot, and that will talk about the business problem. What decision can HR influence? That is a new lens that you need to see. What is the decision that we need to take in terms of the attrition part of it? Where exactly that you need to do? Your A cannot do. Your agentic A cannot do. Nothing will do. Only they can provide you the references. You have to define the problem statement. You have to write the problem statement. Then only it will give you some solution. Maybe it might help you from your awareness standpoint. But what is that we need to do? You need to make the problem statement. Fishbone diagram. You need to go deeper into the problem, where exactly it is stemming from. Where exactly people are talking about the comparison is happening from the compensation perspective, from the manager's responsiveness perspective, or cumbersome activity, non-clear JD, or some other problems which are not fitting into your way of life. I mean, employees' way of life. That's where it is stemming the problem probably. Go to the nitty-gritties. Don't just say granted, taken for granted, and just assign it to, no, people are not so comfortable because the trend is like that, or compensations are low. No, not always the reason. Right? So you have to have that kind of a shift. The perspective must change from the old thinking patterns to new thinking pattern. The old thinking pattern is a activity-based kind of things, and new aspect is from the impact-based kind of things. Activity to impact. That is where your thinking process, thought pattern need to come. Note down all the problems. What is the behind business problem which is getting affected? Where exactly the impact it is happening, right? So that is what we need to understand. Now let us move on to the another small concept. I'm sorry. When HR speaks the language of impact, that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about the language of impact. Leadership starts listening. Many HR people have told me, juniors and other friends, colleagues, and everybody told me that leadership doesn't listen, Ram. I'm ready to tell them. I'm ready to suggest them. I'm thinking, but leadership is not listening me. Why? Till yesterday, leadership is looking at you, looking up to you as a task manager or an executive. Now, suddenly you are saying that they have to listen to your kind of things. What did you changed so that the management can listen to you? It's your language. It's not just language. I'm not talking about your English. I'm talking about your impact or wherever it creates. Actually, you need to talk about it. You talk about cost. You talk about a hiring cost. You talk about what is the value that you are losing because of not having that particular person. Right? Additional costs which are getting into it. What is the risk that is associated by leave? What is the impact that is associated with leaving the other people? Unrest, insecurity. Or a period of time, what happens? Talk with the data, percentages. That's where leadership is very much interested and they will like to listen to. Because you are surfacing a lot of things from the bottom and you are creating such kind of a visual appearance to the management. Obviously, management listens to that. You're not getting it from market. You're getting it from your own organization. Listening. Are you listening? This is what is the impact of it. So I would like to give you 4 key mindset shifts need to be there for the HR professionals. What is that you need to think and consider? There are four key mindset shifts are there. The first one is from activity to outcome. I strongly believe in that. From the activities to outcome. You measure the outcomes. Don't talk about your activity. Hey, I'm busy, I'm occupied, I'm doing it. मैं कर रहा हूं ना. This is as per the policy. This is what we used to do. सालों तक यही करते रहे. We are doing the same thing which we are doing it now. Achanak aap aake, you are suddenly saying that this is something needs to be changed. No, actually, slowly you have to bring that kind of a mindset and saying that you talk about outcome. Though we recruited 4 people or 2 people, but they are taking care of a wonderful project which is costing so much, which is going to give us for 1 year of entire things, or maybe some manufacturing activity, or maybe some kind of a service related kind of things, or maybe the sales, or maybe research and development, whatever. Talk about output. You talk about results. People will pay for the results, not for your efforts. Simple. You are getting paid for your results, whatever that you are showcasing to the management. Oh, मैं इतना सा काम किया. I came on Saturday, Sunday. I worked on these kind of things. What do you know about these kind of things? And I worked lengthy hours kind of thing. Tell me what is the result? If you are working towards it, see, your efforts should lead to outcomes. Your efforts should lead to performance and then to productivity. I can consider your efforts. I'm not saying that. But I'd like to see the results. How long that I can see? I can consider your efforts maybe for 3 months. After that, still results are not coming up, then I cannot bear you. I'm telling you, you might be PhD, you might be doctorate, you might be so-and-so. I am a business person. At the end of the day, if the business is not there, I cannot bear you. मैं कहाँ से लेके आऊँ? Where do I get the paisa? If things are not happening and they are not getting into my pocket, how do I distribute to the people actually? How do I run the organization? So, HR need to be make the mind shift from activity to outcome. Always you see what is the outcome that you have brought in. Note it down. Showcase it to management. Boss, this is what I have done. So whenever there is an appraisal, whenever there is a performance related discussions or talks or feedbacks, anything that comes actually, there is an evidence. Okay, great. So not the trainings conducted, but the capability gaps reduced. In this department, this is the skill gap used to be there. And we used to go out and get the consultants to do this particular activity. But we trained this particular person in the last 3 months and now he is doing fantastic. You have improved the capability. Not that HR, as a HR, I have done from last quarter, I have conducted 5 training programs. Don't talk about the number of training programs. What is the impact you have created? What is the capability that you have brought in? Talk about that. So your mindset must shift from there. Second thing is from policy to practicality. The policy says so. I'm doing this because of the policy says so. Have you ever thought about that? Why this policy is existing and how it is helping the organization? How it is helping the performance of the organization, performance of the team, performance of the individual employee. Just don't be blind and say that the policy is there, it has been taken. Everybody is doing that. Even I too does the same. Why the management is not satisfied with that? You have to have the shift from that whether this is, suppose there is a notice period clause is there. Is this required for 3 months? Practicality purpose से देखते हो आपका कंपनी में 3 months is required actually because somebody else is giving for 3 months. You are talking about that. अरे यार वो if the things are not in a right way, then you just send him across it within 15 days. Take the knowledge transfer and everything. Now today everything is online and everybody is talking about the cloud and everything. Everything is ready. चुपचाप आपका टेबल के अंदर कुछ नहीं छुपा रहा है ना. Everything is there in the cloud itself. How much time it will take for you to do the knowledge transfer? Unless until it is to take the revenge of the employee. वो बोलता है कि मुझे छोड़ के जाता है. देखता हूँ उसका. It should not be that way. If it is possible for the organization and the employee to take the transfer of it, send him across within a week. Unnecessarily you are paying him. And he is bad mouthing everywhere in that regard. Send him across. Departed minds will always talk negative about the organization, rather positive. Very small percentage of the people will talk about positive. Unless until they get the certificates and other things, people might be chup chup. But once they are confident that they are getting these things, and then they'll start talking against the organization because they are departed minds. Don't entertain them. Send them across. That is practicality. Because policy is saying that you need to stay with the organization for 3 months and yeah, bakwas hai. Where we are actually. Got it? So we are thinkers and we are the problem solvers, not just nagging policy hanging over executives. है ना? Now, from the experience to evidence, you know, in my experience, any problem that comes actually, people will, some aged, after 10 years of experience, people are saying, in my experience, of course, the pride factor is there. I'm not questioning anything on that particular thing. But rather than your mind should shift that the data is saying so. Our trend is saying so. Predictive analytics are talking about like this. Our descriptive analytics are talking about like this. Our prescriptive analytics are saying about this. This is the data, evidence, fact, trend. We are seeing all these things. You talk with evidence. You're not talking something out of the blue, out of your assumptions, out of your opinions, out of your experience also. So experience to evidence. Become like that. Even in the personal life also. Okay? From metrics to business metrics. HR metrics to business metrics. So your focus need to shift from number of hires to cost of bad hire. Hiring, you are talking about all those things. What is the cost of bad hire? Have you ever analyzed whether this person we hired and we gave 5 lakhs more annually and we made him to join and we put a lot of efforts into it, did he stay with us for 3 months, 6 months? Kitna time raha hamare saath? And this fellow, jate he took another 2-3 people from here. What happens? Organization is trained, given the opportunity, given the job, created some kind of a status in the society, and they made you to feed your belly as well as your family, your pride factor, everything is there. But somebody says that and within 3 months or 6 months you are leaving the organization. क्या पुकट क्या आता है क्या? How the organizations will get bad impacted, ill impacted actually. उसका असर ले लो. Take those informations. Metrics are nothing but measurements. You take the business measurement, not the HR measurement. HR measurement is just only the heads, not thinking about the juice within that. Okay, I'm not against to people, but I'm saying that the shift need to happen. Silent shift is already happening because there is a compelling push is happening from the management side because that is their need. Okay, the revenue per employee, total revenue divided by total number of employees, revenue per employee. Attrition cost. How many people are leaving within a particular period of time? How much percentage of the people are leaving? And how many people are joining? So what is the difference that is happening and what is the impact that it is creating actually? You talk about the attrition. And people are leaving. You are thinking that monthly, annual, or monthly payroll is coming down. But that's not a good sign. Because you need to hire, earlier the person is drawing 20 rupees, you need to hire them for 15 rupees. It's costing. So attrition cost is there. Time to productivity. I'll just finish, after this, there's one particular point is there. After that, we'll go for the discussion. Okay. So time to productivity. How much time is getting, they are taking to get that particular rhythm? Again, people are leaving. What? So from the HR metrics to business metrics, from the experience to evidence, from the policy to practicality, from the activity to outcome. This is the mind shift that we need to make. Then you will become a wonderful HR professional who is where the people are looking for the futuristic kind of things. Right? So what HR professionals should do now? What HR professionals are expected and what is it they are looking at? What is the key mindsets we need to change? Now we need to see the actions. What are all the different kinds of actions that we need to see? I don't know. We need to see that. So there is step one, understand the business like a manager. Ram, what is this understanding business like a manager? Means read the P&L basics. P&L means profit and loss. Know the business goals for that particular quarter and ask where the money is lost because of the people issues. People have unnecessarily spent, right? They traveled in the business class. People have cancelled many a times without having right kind of planning from that particular department. So where the things are coming from? Things are coming from finance. You're talking about business, right? Not only finance. I'm talking about this. Even sales and different kinds of departments can tell you. Operations. They'll talk a lot about it. Step 2: convert the HR issues into business problems. What do I mean by that? So low engagement is happening. That is a HR issue, right? Which is leading to another business problem, right? Or not? It doesn't stop there. Low engagement. People are not so engaged with the company. अगर chance मिला तो उड़ जाएंगे. So people are not so emotionally connected with the organization, which we call it as an engagement, which is not there with them. People देखते रहते हैं इधर उधर. If you get a particular chance as an opportunity, you move on. That has to be shifted to productivity loss. People are not interested. People are potential, but they are not interested. Till now, we hired them for 100 rupees of the work only, but his potential is 200. But he is not doing even 100. Na ghar ka na ghat ka. Usko, we can't keep him, we cannot throw him. He does 80-85% of the work. But his capability is up to 200%. So these people are, what is that is happening to the organization? Productivity loss, potential loss. They're spending time. They're dragging their time, nor they are not getting the higher, they're not learning and going dynamic and going into the growth path. They're not going. They're not even taking the organization. That is the biggest problem of low engagement. Okay. Then again, poor hiring. Hiring to ho raha hi nahi hai. Things are not happening. People are not getting hired on time. Right person at the right place at the right time kind of things are not happening. What happens because of that? कुछ काम है डिले हो जाते हैं. Deliveries are getting delayed, activities are getting delayed. Company is not growing यार, कमजोर पड़ रहा है. You're thinking, just thinking that हाँ hiring तो नहीं हो. Don't look at that. That's where management and other people will get furious because they are seeing the real impact of it, but we are seeing only the hiring is getting delayed. इतना छोटा सा प्रॉब्लम के उतना चिल्लाना क्यों है? Because he has kept his money from the pocket onto the business. Now he wants returns to आना चाहिए. He has to pay a lot of interest and everything that he need to take care of it. If you can see the big picture of it, then you will understand what exactly we are talking about. Weak managers. If managers are not able to give the work properly, not to ensure the tools properly, not exactly explaining what they require properly, then what happens is generally people will perform. No, I didn't expect this from you. Then he says that you might have told me early itself. You told me you asked me to do that work, I have done that. You never told me that this is the way, this is the fashion, this is the output with which you need to get it. Probably you might have told me that so that I could do that. So the weak manager gives such kind of a feedback, performance feedbacks. No, this is not expected. Then employee says that you might have told me earlier. So people are not happy with the people. I mean, managers. They're leaving. That leads to high attrition. So then you have to give a chapter or a SOP for that particular manager that when you are handling team, these are all the communications, this is the fashion in which you need to take care of it. These are all should not be done. Have we done such kind of an exercise from the HR point of view to solve that particular business problem? Because we are seeing it as in its a silo, not in its a cascade impact. Now that shift need to come. That is what we need to practice. If you start practicing, if you start looking at P&L, if you are starting looking at the business goals, productivity loss, delivery delays, higher attritions, then you become a business problem solver from a mere HR person. So build the problem solving muscle. That's what I'm saying. For every HR request, why this is needed? Why this needed now? What happens if you don't act on it? And what business results will this improve? What is that I need to do? Somebody came and said that I want insurance for my parents. That is a good thing. Why this is needed now? What happens if we don't put it across to? What is the business result will improve? So why this is needed now is because your average employee age is, if it is around 30, 35, youngsters will be there, old buddies also will be there. So around 30, 35, their parents must be around 55, 60, 60 above. They'll have medical expenses and medical things are there. Then who will take care of the insurance part of it? If he is the primary earner part of it, and people, parents are dependent, they might be retired already probably by that time. So this is needed now. And what happens if you don't act? People will leave. Or we can showcase that even we are giving the insurance to the parents. Come and join with me. Your hiring will improve. Okay. You can utilize that particular trump card to any way. Okay. So that is the all benefits. Win-win situation I'm talking about. So what business results will this improve? What it will reduce the cost, it will reduce the this thing. As well, it has the impact of paying the insurance premium also. But can you negotiate? Can you make it as a part of your compensation benefits policy or compensation benefits structure? Yes, these are all the benefits that I'm giving it to you, apart from your hard cash to spend. Or maybe you're putting it across in the bank. But these are all the benefits that you are creating. Meal coupons, travel, right? Learning, a lot of things that are there, right? Employee benefits and everything. I'm not getting into that. So there's a lot of business impact. It will improve. Then the last step is start small, but start smart. Okay. Pick one business problem. Just now I gave you, right? Diagnose it deeply and propose one practical solution to management. This is how you start acting on it, and then people will get a visibility that Ram is thinking something which is useful for the organization. Hey, he's thinking about the organization. That kind of an impression, your personal branding also increases in your company, just not just like your HR person. You're thinking and you're understanding and you're analyzing and you're parabolically you're seeing about the business problem and coming up with a solution. Fantastic. This is the kind of HR person I need. Even we are training people on the certifications with the same kind of a mindset to go. Right. Now I am open for the question and answers, and I'm stopping this presentation right now on the screen. So we have a time. Yes, please. I'm open. You can share your feedback. You can ask a question, or you can respond, or maybe you can share, come up with any new problem or something else is there. We can work on it. Maybe another 5-10 minutes. Hi, Ravindra Sagar. Good to see you.
Ram sir, can I ask a question?
Please.
Just now in your previous, the slide which was here right now, in that there was a point that we while analyzing, first thing we should do is we should study the P&L of the company. So many a times I personally have come across a hurdle from the finance manager that why do you need a P&L, which is a company's confidential document, so we cannot share that with you. So that was a hurdle which I came across. So can you help me with that?
Wonderful question, Rituja. Everybody will get the same kind of a doubt practically when we get into it. Will they showcase that P&L just like that? So it should not be your first question. You have to prove that you are getting into the business problem solving and you have to build the rapport with the people. Then it comes. So you can ask, you can make a right kind of a suggestion, right kind of a request with through your boss. Then obviously people will say about it. So we're solving. See, initially you have to showcase that kind of a data collecting or studying about something, knowing about these things and start doing it. I'll give you an example from my life. So earlier I used to be every company will see HR as wherever it's an incident management only. Then after my joining, second week onwards, I started giving weekly reporting to all the department heads. Okay, I'm the department head. Other colleagues and other important people, I used to share. I know that there is a vice president, there is a people above my rank, they are there already. So for all of them,
Yeah.
I used to send across this week we conducted a walk-in trial, but miserably we failed. What the mistakes that we have done is so and so kind of things, but we would like to improve on that. Then the lessons learned are so and so. These are all the highlights that are happening. And thank you very much for supporting. If you have any other ideas to share or to give any suggestions, you are most welcome, Karke. I have thrown a message, email. Initially, people haven't देखा ही नहीं है उसको. So some people,
अच्छा.
I mean, every week I used to send across. I mean, not frequently, weekly, twice, thrice. I used to share with that particular group through email only. At that time, there is no WhatsApp, nothing is there. This is the way back in 2010, I say, at that time. Of course, I started early, experimented, but 2010 incidents, whatever in that particular company, it has changed my way of looking at things completely. So at the time, first time I have written, second time I have written, third time people started saying good, good. So whenever I met them at a lunch or somewhere else, people used to say, Ram, yeah, acha kar rahe hai. I'm fine. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. So after that, some kind of a delay has come. Ram, what happened? You didn't send across. So people started observing that there's a trend that is coming. People will be silent as long as it is there. If it is not coming, then people will get a question why it is not happening. So after a long time, we are conducting a HR Satsang. Many people are asked, what happened to your HR Satsang? Why you are not conducting? So there is a reason is there. Technical and some personal reasons are also there for me and within my team, whoever are responsible for this HR Satsang. It made us to get delayed. But when the things are not happening, people started asking me why. So then I observed, these people are just reading and observing those things. What happened? Suddenly there is a call from the boardroom talking about, hey, they are talking about something like, based on the people, they would like to make them as a functional managers on a certain thing. They would like to take a call. Hey, there's a people manager. He's talking about the HR and people related aspects very well. So call him actually. We'll take his opinion also. CEO called. Then he put up across things on my with me. Then I said that I'll come back to you maybe in the evening. That happened in the morning. I said that I'll come back to you in the evening and let me check it out. So while going, actually, I have prepared one notes and took some solution before them. Of course, eventually they approved. Slowly, they started making me to enter into the boardroom. Ram, of course, there is no direct information for you, but still, projects are happening. Project management is happening like this. Why don't you understand what is the status of the projects, how teams are working? You may get some inputs. Why don't you spend, if you are fine, why don't you spend time with them? As a people manager, it's more like, happiest thing for me to understand what exactly people are doing it. I'm very much keen about that. So I attentively I used to go through, even though I didn't understood certain terminology or something else, I used to make a note of it and try to connect with the people. Those people are so impressed with those things, and people embraced me as one of their team members, and they usually call me for any important meetings are there. I'm also one part of it. That's how I managed my impression from a just general HR to my previous predecessor. So as a successor, I have taken it to the next level about the HR in the minds of the organization. HR has some kind of a
Oh.
stature, some respect is there. Then if I ask something, people used to give it to me. I'm not doing anything. Just suddenly, all of a sudden, I'll ask them, give me your P&L, I want to study. Nobody will give. I mean to say,
Yeah.
try to understand what is the business links. What is happening with the salespeople? Sit with the salespeople. Ask them about the journal things, what are territories, zones, what is that is happening actually. Check with them, ask them,
Yeah.
talk to them, get mingle with the people, try to understand the business, talk about the business. Even I reached to one stage that there is a small, I don't know, jam session, just a minute. You have to tell about the organization. Some kind of a smaller, some gap, some meeting और meeting के बीच में थोड़ा सा half an hour gap आया था. So while having snacks, tea and everything, My sales director came and asked, there's a sales people are more there. I think I don't remember the context actually. So they asked, even I am also present in that. So people
Mm-hmm.
asked just within a minute, within 60 seconds, going to your client and talking about the organization. What do you say? So many sales people are there, marketing related people are there, business related people are there, operations people are there. I'm the one from the HR. I
Mm-hmm.
won the entire competition
Oh.
because, huh? How it gets showcased because every time whenever I'm speaking to a new candidate to join, hey, do you know about my organization? My organization is blah blah blah, so and so so and so. They started now. This is the products. These are all the things. These are all the clients. This is the turnovers. This is the new, R&D aspects that are happening. Actually, we are so enthusiastic team. Would you mind to join with us and have an interaction with us? Fatafat, fatafat, fatafat. Within 60
Mm.
seconds, I could say about the organization because thousands of times that I have spoken to the unknown people, strangers, about the organization because I need to attract talent.
Mm. Mm.
Now the salespeople and other people will not have that kind of a chance. So the sales director,
Mm.
then he's from ex Microsoft. He appreciated me like anything. It happened
Mm.
because of that particular. You have to showcase that. How I'm
Mm.
about the HR. I'm not just HR. And seeing that,
Mm.
I'm one of the custodians of the people management side of it. I'm also the understanding
Yeah.
business. तब आपको मिलेगा chance.
Mm. True.
You would get a direct chance to verify
Yes.
the business accounts or something else. Because we are not hired for that, right?
Yes. Yes. Thank you so much. It was a very means guide. I got a very good guidance from you. Definitely, I'll implement it in my career.
Thank you, Rutuja. And one more thing
Yeah.
that I would like to tell it to all your friends, all the friends. We have HR help desk 24 by 7. So there is a
Mm-hmm.
number which is getting flashed onto. We'll also share across with you so that you can put any
Okay.
kind of a question under the sun, any HR
Mm.
related question that will be answered immediately, most of the times. If not 6 to 8 working hours, we'll come back. So
Okay.
that
Okay.
is where
Great.
it's a free service. That's where we are trying to help people go for that. Very recently, we got a question from our one of our friends actually from the HR faculty from Bangalore, talking about the Karnataka's menstrual leave for the female employees. They have
Mm.
given
Mm.
monthly.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
course, you heard of it probably. So
Yes.
that particular aspect has got this, High Court stays there from the Karnataka High Court. This
Mm.
January 2026, they are going to give the verdict because there is a challenge has been filed against that particular government labor laws,
Mm.
implementation part. So
Mm.
implementation has been
Yes.
passed. Okay.
Mm.
So the pause will be taken off within a short span of time, probably. Then that implementation need to go for it. That's the question that they are
Yeah.
ready to implement, and management is so much pressing my HR friend from Bangalore. So we gave it clearly, that answer for that. So she spoke to her management saying that there is a stay. The High Court stay is there from the Karnataka.
Mm-hmm.
That's how the quick answers will come from the HR help desk. Even
Yeah.
my team has shared about this Karnataka Gazette, the law, and how to understand the law, and why this needs to be, how to implement this particular thing.
Mm.
Those aspects are there actually. And very recently, the case has come in Hyderabad, in Malkajgiri. One girl child,
Mm.
she's going to college, and she got
Mm.
been, why she took leave at that particular period. So because of that, you are bluffing, you are saying something and all. She has been humiliated like anything. So she,
Mm.
her BP has increased and there is a blood clot was there in her brain and she died.
Oh.
I mean, what is that we are teaching to the society? What is that we are taking to the
Mm.
society? So this is a very important
True.
aspect actually. So one more podcast or one more, this kind of a seminar is going to happen on that particular topic. We decided about that from the
Mm.
management side. क्या क्या सिखा रहे हैं या
Right.
दिखा रहे हैं एक्चुअली. So that's great. Okay, thank you, Ravindra Sagar. Yes, it's beyond 8. Yeah, if you want to leave, please. I'll connect with you, Ravindra, after some time. So that is Rutuja. So these are all many
Yes.
aspects of them. So many things are there where we have to address and we need to voice out and we need to learn the best practices we need to come up with. That's where NRich is making its efforts towards that.
Mm.
Right.
Yes.
So Jayant, are you getting
Can
it? Yeah.
Yes,
can I
yes,
ask one more small question, please?
Please,
yes,
yes, please.
yes, yes.
Yeah. So, just to keep ourselves updated in a current scenario, what kind of books we should read?
I can say uh, it's about listening about the different kinds of things. There's no books as such.
Mm-hmm.
Books were not been, I mean, academic curriculum related books are there. There is a generic, nobody is printing about the books about these concepts, basically. It is happening
Mm-hmm.
through interactions itself. Whenever you go, whenever you see a topic, whenever you go for a seminar or meeting people, one good advice that I can give it to you is talk to the seniors. Talk to seniors, talk about the things, what is happening, what are the trends, what are the best practices that are going on, right? So, what are the questions that are coming? What are the challenges that people are having? So, those kind of
Mm-hmm.
interactions are very much required. Okay, so
Right.
then people will give you their experiences along with that. That is more, it creates a lot of awareness and exposure for you. Who writes books these
Yeah.
days?
Mm.
I have written a book. I mean, I have written a book. No, I'm not saying any example.
Okay.
I have written a book. Who reads hardly? Who goes through that? See,
Mm.
I can express only one or two opinions about that particular thing. But when you are an enthusiast, you want to go through and you want to understand things and all, start talking to your network. Take one particular point as a lead. Now, HR is a shifting. One of the seminars I attended, in that particular speaker has told me that HR is slowly shifting from support to the business solver kind of things. What do you say? Is it really happening? Ask people from
Mm.
your LinkedIn. Another senior. Sir, I got it out. Can you please tell me? There's no hurry, but I would like to learn from you. Can you please spare some
Mm.
time? This is my question. Can you please answer for this? I'd like to know your opinion. Go as an enthusiast. You'll get a
Mm.
wonderful answers.
Right.
Put it across in your posting. Put it across in your wall, LinkedIn wall,
Mm-hmm.
in your space. Let people like me answer for that. Hi, Rutuja,
Right.
this is so, 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 so. Your exposure will come. People will get connect with you. So many benefits are there. Don't look for books, man. There's no such kind of books are
Mm.
there. Practical to teach you practical, and nobody is sparing time actually to read, but rather go through
Mm.
certain certification programs, discuss about the concepts, discuss about the practical implementations. Go through that.
Mm.
Don't leave this kind of enthusiasm anytime. That
Mm.
is the difference between an ordinary HR to an extraordinary HR.
Mm. Right.
Great. So Jayant, how do you
Yes.
like today's concept? Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah,
Please, Ram.
yeah, Ram, it was very, yeah, uh, thoughtful, and it was good to, you know such information. And basically, I would say, like, uh, in a corporate level, maybe I would say, like, we are, bound, or we are stuck into one, processes, or many times we just,
बाहर में
are
क्या हो रहा है किसी को भी पता भी नहीं है.
bound in, yeah,